everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Wiley Show. We are here, and I thank everybody live in Chicago. We got a lot of topics to get into. I know it's late, but of course, I have to wait till everybody go to sleep. But I am drinking some Stella Rosa wine. Drinking that right now. So we are here. We got some topics that we're gonna dive into and get into. But let me talk about my day. So first and foremost, my grandmother she celebrated her birthday, 88 years, and I played the video that was made when me and my team made for her. She clapped and she also thanked me for doing that. She said, "Oh my gosh, thank you. It was amazing. The cake was amazing. Shout out to my mom." Boyfriend, the jerk chicken was amazing, and also my mother made some string beans. We got some fresh string beans. She made that as well with some potatoes and some ham hocks at the guest, and it was good. Everything was delicious. I had a great time with my family, and it was such an amazing time. Now, I bought so much food because I thought it was about 20, 25 people was going to be here. Obviously, it wasn't. Some people didn't show up, but we enjoyed it, and I got a meal to get into in a second once I get done with this video. So 88 years of living. Like I said, I'll say, hey, I'm gonna do this for my grandmother because, like I said, she's been there for me my entire life. So, and she continued to be there for me, just being there in her spirit, her prayers is the reason why I'm still here. And I thank God for her amazing support. And I said, hey, shout out to some of the people. They actually watched it live. It was just amazing. I found some pictures. I put the picture, sent it to my graphic designer. He came up with something very last minute because I wasn't thinking. It would have been much, much better if I put more thought into it. Of course, we got to do one for my mom. Birthday is on March 17th on St. Patrick's Day. So I'll be right back in Chicago. So it only makes sense for me to move back into the city because, I'm always in Chicago. It just makes sense just to move back because I'm always here. So that's why I'm officially a resident here. And so I think that's amazing. Now we're gonna get into some topics really quickly. If y'all catch the replay, y'all catch the replay, and of course we're gonna stream this again. Okay. Now we got some couple of topics that we're gonna talk about into the video really quickly. We got a couple of stuff. Let's start with is it Casey Davis? Casey Davis, a member of the Tyler Perry franchise, House of Pain, a member of his plays, and all of this. It's been going around social media, and they were saying that she passed. Okay, was saying that she passed. That is not true. She have not passed. This woman is still breathing, still living. Tyler Perry had to come out and make a video to denounce these allegations that she have passed. And she said this is not the first time this happened. Then she started to joke with Tyler Perry, saying, "I will go." You will go before me, and all of this. And I'm like, because my sister came to my mom, she was like, "Oh, Miss Davis, she passed from House of Pain." My mother came to me. I said, "Mom, it's not true." Because immediately when it's a celebrity, usually some major outlets are going to report on this, especially like this woman, son said, Cassie Davis. Everybody's going to be reporting on it, right? Because she's attached to Tyler Perry. So none of that was going on. I checked all the blogs. I checked mainstream media. I was texting people that actually live in Georgia. They said it wasn't true and everything. I have a producer that works at Tyler Perry Studios. They said it's not true. That is just a false rumor. So I immediately told my mom it's not true because I'm always going to be making phone calls to see what was going on in that case. Cassie Davis, her sister came out. It had some typos though, but she came out and she was dragging the people for doing that. Putting it out there, saying somebody passed and they didn't pass, that's very rough. But they always do that. They will put something out there, just like Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked. Remember, a couple of months before the Queen died, he posted on his website that Queen Elizabeth had passed away, and that wasn't true. Queen Elizabeth was still breathing at that time, and he put it out there, and then he tried to blame it on an intern or blame it on bad information. No, bruh, you created a lie to go viral to get people to pay attention to your site. Okay, because before that, nobody was paying attention to Hollywood Unlocked. Mm. Even to this day, they post on Hollywood Unlocked that this is fake news, that they post fake, false information. They give you a warning, a label before they even put it. It's false information. All right. And that's why, you have to be careful just doing all of that type of stuff. They need to stop because it's life and death is in the power of the tongue. So always speak life. Even though you keep living, you're definitely gonna have. I want to share the story what my grandmother said. I want to share something. She was in aches and pains. And she said when I was younger, I didn't have those aches and pains. And I was glad me as a 32-year-old man was able to be there for my grandmother in her time of need. Her saying this, I said, in your youth, do everything to prepare you to have a good life in your golden years. And I want to say that to everybody that's listening. Let's, make sure you plan, get a 401k, get a retirement plan, get something. So when you get to your golden years, you will not have to suffer and have to go through so you can pay for your therapy, etc. So make sure when you come up and you in your youth, make sure you get you a nice career, put some money away because it may come a time where you're gonna need a therapist. It may come a time where you're gonna need some, therapy and all of that. And you want to make sure when you get to a certain age that you can prepare and pay for these things because Medicare is not the type of insurance that really care. They give you a little services and they snatch you off of. And that hurts a lot of people. Like that hurt my grandmother because she depended on therapy. And if they snatch it away and say, hey, you no longer cover for this, then you have to pay it out of pocket. You don't have it out of pocket. And so you move your legs and arms, it slowly decline and deteriorate because you're not really working those muscles. As I was trained, when I was in working in nursing care, they would say you use it or lose it. All right. That's what they said. Okay. And that's what I had to say about that. Now, another sad news, you guys. Judge Mathis from the Judge Mathis Show was canceled after 24 seasons. He was the longest reigning African American in daytime television. His show was canceled. So he came out with a video today. He said this. He said that they canceled his show and a lot of these networks don't care nothing about black entertainers, black people. They're just snatching shows away. He said that he have a show that's going to come back and that's going to be part of a black studio. And that is he have on his robe. So I knew something was going to happen because, like I said, Judge Mathis is still likable. He still have a huge fan base, and I do believe a lot of people will follow him over to this new outlet. Is I'm sad that his show was canceled as well as the People Court? Yes. But then I have the question. I said, Wiley, when the last time you sat and you watched a Judge Mathis show? And it's been a while. I used to watch Judge Mathis religiously when I used to come home from school, but I'm not in school anymore. It's so many streaming sites. I forget that Judge Mathis come on television. But if Judge Mathis was on YouTube or if Judge Mathis was on Netflix, then of course I would tune in for it. Of course, I would tune in for. Of course, I would go on Netflix and tune into the Judge Mathis Show unfiltered because you be a little bit more unfiltered online than versus you being on daytime television. Just like I tell you, daytime television, that formula is dying out. That's why Jason Lee's show is doing well on the Revolt because it's like a night show. You could have a little bit more freedom. You can just, what I'm saying, be yourself and then you stream it. But what they do, they get the most views when you stream it on YouTube. The most views, 1,000,002. There, he's not getting 1,000,000 or 2,000,000 views on Revolt. All right, you can look at. I looked at the ratings today. Jason's not getting that 1, 2 million type of viewership on Revolt, but he get that on YouTube. So that's what you have to understand that. So I will see how it is because a lot of people have cut the cord years ago. I recently just got back cable is because it's for my business because I can cover the reality shows. I can cover baddies like my sister. She's a huge fan of baddies. She's a huge fan, a lot of show. Tamara, what's that show you was watching with those studs? What's that show? It's some show, ghetto show that my sister watched. She watched a lot of those. It had studs and like it's like ghetto and ratchet. Some show you. What's that show? Barry Needs Love or is it Bad Girls Club? Bad Girls Club. But my sister she loved all them ratchet like them ratchet ghetto like the ratchet shows. She's a big fan. So. And one day she might audition to be on Baddies one day. Boy, no, I won't. I wish they would, because I'll bring all my people on there. Y'all is not finna jump me. Y'all not finna think y'all finna talk to me crazy, hold me back. On my life, my people come up here and tearing this house up. Tear y'all up. Not playing. I will not. They is not gonna let a real Chicago girl that's from the hood on my mom, they not gonna let me on there. They just gonna listen to my interview and be like, this girl crazy. Yes.
They be talking. They just be on the low self-esteem. Like I cannot. All that fighting, that unnecessary fighting they be doing. No, all that messing up stuff. No, that's not. No, I can't do that. No, I'm okay. I can't be on that. But I like to watch it though.
Yeah, she
I
likes to
love
watch
it.
So she watches those shows. So to reach that demographic, you have to talk about those shows. So I want to reach that demographic. So yeah, she's from 63rd. Yes, somebody said, "Oh, she's from 63rd for real." Yes.
No, I ain't from 63rd.
She from six.
Well, and you not from 63rd.
No, we are not. They asked me, "Is we from O Block?" We're not from O Block.
No, we're not from O Block.
We're not from O Block.
No. Cassi, nah.
I wish my sister was from O Block so she can be with what's the name? A rich rapper. Okay, we go.
I talk to rappers.
You talk to rappers? Okay.
Yeah, Chicago rappers.
Oh yeah, she said she look at her cheese and she says she's.
I mean, they ain't nothing to be excited about. Like, hey.
You should have been talking to what's that rapper name? Oh my gosh.
Big Boogie.
Not him. That the one that
Lil Durk.
Huh?
Lil Durk.
Yeah, Lil Durk. Yeah. You should. She should have talked to Lil Durk because he got money now. You know, Lil Durk got money.
I know Lil Durk got money.
Yeah, so that's the set I go. So Judge Mathis, and we used to watch Judge Mathis a lot. we used to go and watch. We don't watch it. Y'all just got look. You don't got my sister. Look, she gonna come on camera one day. She got to have her makeup. She want to have her hair done.
You laugh.
Yeah, I'm live now with my people. They said
on my birthday.
Because my birthday is April 1st and my brother's birthday is April 4th. Like it's like back to back. Like my mom and my niece's birthday in March.
My
mom, my niece, and my brother birthday. It's 3 birthdays in the month of March. Then there's 2 birthdays in April. May is a break. Well, Corey May 4th, and then Rashad June 5th. Then Naya. It's like birthdays. Like
then Father's Day. You know, Naya was born on Father's Day.
Oh, Naya's born. Oh wow, June 15th. See, it's like birthdays back to back. So that's why I have to come because I'm always in Chicago. That's why I said you might as well find a place because I'm back here back to back, just literally back to back. Okay. They said all the kids he got. No to Lil Durk. I didn't know Lil Durk had all those shirts. Okay, so I can't wait. Judge Mathis get it together. Okay. I didn't know he had all those kids. I didn't. Okay, what else are we going to do? Beyonce. Okay, I want to get into Beyonce. Stephanie Mills. Now, Stephanie Mills got dragged. They dragged this woman. This woman did an interview with Vlad TV. And so the guy was like, Beyonce was the Diana Ross. No, Diana Ross was Beyonce before Beyonce came on the scene. And Stephanie Mills said, no, I don't compare them. Beyonce and Diana Ross is on a totally different level than Beyonce. Okay, let me see if I can find an excerpt. Because you know I don't play their content because they be playing games. Let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find the excerpt of what she said. Because if I don't really play it. Let me see. Let me go to news. Give me a second. I don't see it. The blogs posted. So pretty much she said that Diana Ross and Beyonce is on totally 2 different levels, right? If Diana Ross is, it will never be another Diana Ross. And so people was like, drag and Stephanie Mills, what are you talking about? Beyonce's everything. But I understand what she meant. Diana Ross was the first to like do it, like #1 hits, a global superstar. She was internationally known. She was doing it during Jim Crow. Beyonce walks on the shoulders of Diana Ross because in her era, they couldn't go use the white restroom. They could not go in white hotels. When they performed in Vegas, they couldn't even stay in the hotel. They had to go live in a black neighborhood or a motel that a black person seemed to own. So I understand what she meant by it. Maybe she could have worded differently, but Diana Ross come from a totally different era than Beyonce because of the doors that Diana Ross and others to now it made it easier for a Beyonce to be who she is today. And yes, Diana Ross could have been this big mega star if it wasn't because of Jim Crow and other things in her era. So I appreciate the fact that Stephanie Mills said what she said. And no, and Stephanie Mills look, and it's two different icons. Diana Ross is an icon. Beyonce is not an icon yet. She's on her way to becoming legendary. She's a diva. But when you're an icon, when I look at icons, Aretha Franklin an icon, Stephanie Mills an icon, Diana Ross an icon, The Temptations an icon, Smokey Robinson an icon. I look at those as icons. I look at Beyonce. She's working up there, but she needs some more gray hair and some wrinkles to be an icon. I don't consider Beyonce an icon. I don't. I considered her, a legend, in this business, but an icon, no. I think you need some. I think you need some gray hair and some wrinkles to be an icon. In my own opinion, now everybody's definition of an icon, I get it, but I don't consider Beyonce an icon at all. I don't just judge Beyonce about about her selling out arenas because this is a different era. It's because of the success of Smokey Robinson and others that made it easier for you to do it. Because there was a time where you couldn't even perform in certain venues because of the color of your skin. You couldn't even perform in certain venues or even sit on a certain dinner table because of your skin level. So that's how I'm understanding. So you got to put some respect on Diana Ross. And I'm always going to put some respect on Beyonce because iconically, Beyonce is one of the best performers ever. Like when you think of Beyonce, you're thinking about Michael Jackson of her celebrity status. And for her to keep that celebrity status intact in a social media world, Beyonce rarely does interviews. Beyonce rarely does interviews. She haven't done an interview since Oprah. And so she's an A-list celebrity. So when you take a picture of Beyonce out in the store, that's worth a lot of money because she rarely go out there. She rarely do that. So I understand Stephanie Mills. I like her. Now, let's be clear, Stephanie Mills. I know who she was until Candy died on Pose. Until she died on Pose, I didn't know who Stephanie Mills was. And then I started listening to that song. When Candy died on Pose, I downloaded the record. And I download the record and I start listening to that song over and I forgot the song. This before. What's the name of the song? I want to get the lyrics. Can somebody give me the lyrics? What's the name of the song? So I can put it in my GPS. Not my GPS. So I can put it in my phone. I never do love like this before. Okay, hold on. Okay, never do love like this before. Okay. I never knew love like this before. Now I'm lonely nevermore. Since you came into my life, you are my life, my love life. This I know. I never let you go. My all, you're part of me. Once I lost, now I'm found. Then you turn my world around. When I need, I called your name. Because I never knew love like this before. Open my eyes. So that record just that brings tears to my eyes. Yes, I love that record. And so I'm going to play that. And I'm definitely going to play that. And I love that. And it said, because I never knew love like this before. Open my eyes because I never knew love like this. What a surprise because I never knew love like this. This part brings tears to my eyes. This feeling is so deep inside of me. Such a tender fantasy. You're the one I'm living for. You are my sunlight in my rain. And in the time could never change. When we share forevermore. I never knew love like this before. Now I'm lonely nevermore since you came into my life. Cause I never knew love like this before. Open my eyes, cause I never knew love like this before. What a surprise, cause I never knew love like this before. And then I love this verse. This voice is bringing tears to my eyes right now. You are my love life. This I know, and I never let you go. You, my all, you're part of me. Once I was lost, now I'm found. Then you turn my world around. When I need you, I call your name, cause I never love like this before I open my eyes. And so it's just something that does some, those lyrics is something. And so Stephanie is still singing. She calls out her shows with that record, and it definitely does it. So I'm a fan I'm now a fan of her, and I love me some Diana Ross. And the sun around, I see horses floating. Let me see if I can do that. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Diana Ross, missing you. Because I don't know the lyrics. I need to learn the lyrics, okay? Um, since you've been away, I've been down and lonely. Since you've been away, I've been thinking of you. Trying to understand the reason you left me. What were you going through? Ooh, I'm missing you. Tell me where the road turns. Ooh, ooh, I'm missing you. Tell me where the road turns. As I look around, I see things around me. Just to see you smile, made my heart full of joy. I still recall all the dreams we shared together. What were you running to, boy? Ooh. Okay, I love that song. I'm singing another song. I just love it. That song is good. So I'm a fan of Diana Ross. That record, I'm missing you, just bring tears to my eyes. I love that record. I really do. Okay. So we drinking some of this wine. My sister said, "Did you get some Hennessy?" I wasn't thinking about getting no Hennessy. Plus, Diana can actually act. Beyonce can't act for nothing. I ain't trying to talk about her. She's not a good actress, but Diana Ross is a good actress. You know, my mom know how to sing, and I be telling her to get in the studio, but she won't get in the studio. Right, Ma? She know how to sing, and she just won't. She won't do it. She won't get in the studio, but she is an amazing singer. Uh, and so that's why I got like my singing gene from my mom because she's just, she sings. So out of all her children, I think I picked the person. I haven't really sung a song in a long time, but yeah, okay. Let's move on. Oh no, let's just move on. Let's move on. Okay. Now this is something. I'm so Chris Brown is one of the best I think performers ever. But Chris Brown have an identity crisis when it comes to black women, dark skinned women. Dark skinned women are the most beautiful people on the planet, and they get a lot of flack. And that comes from slavery. That comes from how slaves on in the field. I'm sorry, I mean slaves on the field that is darker, lighter slaves in the house, right? And that translated into Jim Crow all the way to today that you still have brothers saying they don't want date a dark skinned woman because they don't want their children to be dark skinned. It is sad. This ain't the first time Chris Brown been accused of not being around dark skinned women. So apparently he got dragged by a dark skinned sister, a model, and said she wasn't allowed to come in the club because of her skin tone. Then Chris Brown got word, and so now he's asking all dark skinned women to go in his section so he could record it and then put it out there. See, you guys, I love dark skinned women. Like, come on now, I love dark skinned women. I talk to all women, all shades, but my thing is dark skinned women. Like Nick at Night, I love her. She's a chocolate dark skinned woman. My friend Theo, his sister is chocolate and dark skinned. I love me some dark skinned sisters, right? I don't look at them any different. I'm attracted to dark skin. I'm dark skinned. I love my skin. I love my chocolate brown skin. I love it. But I just think that, Chris Brown really need to get it together, okay? Mm-hmm. Because when you do this, you messing up your image because there's a lot of people in your fan base that is dark skinned. And you don't never want to come out there and being disrespectful to them because at the end of the day, they the ones that's in your job that's making sure you are taken care of by buying your tickets. Come on now, going to your shows, going to your after shows. So you have to be very mindful of that. Don't go around talking about type of people's negative. And let's get it. And I want to tell dark skinned women, if Chris Brown keep doing this effed up crap, don't support Chris Brown. Withdraw your money from Chris Brown and support an artist that put dark skinned women on a platform that honor you, that appreciate you, that do not tell you you can't come in because of the color of your skin. This is 2023. If you around a person with that type of mentality, you need to withdraw your funding from them. Hit them in their pockets. And go support Wiley, of course, and go support artists that support you. Because you can disrespect me one time. That'll be your first and only time. I'm moving on. Because I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's cool. Now I've talked to some light skinned women and they said, Wiley, I've gotten bullied too because my skin was lighter. So that goes on the both spectrum. But I know who get it the most is dark skinned women. They literally get it the most. And the way that the media portray dark skinned men, they portray them as being so ruthless and evil. And the lighter one, they put them to be all nice. So I get it. I understand. I remember it was a movie, Sparkle, and the guy that was beating the light skinned woman had to be an extra dark skinned man. So, and that's the movie. In a new remake, he wasn't really dark. He was not Mike Epps' character, but I don't feel that. I don't think that's right. You know what I mean? I think we should just support people because it's the best thing to do. Okay? Mm. Coloring around is very disheartening. It is. It's very disheartening. And when you all do that, see, this is the thing, Chris Brown. You're a talented person. And ever since like you beat Rihanna to a bloody pulp, you have not been the same. You got into drugs, your inner circle robbed your house, and you got caught into other allegations. I remember one time I was in Chicago. It was a sister said she couldn't leave out of your house, that she was technically kidnapped. And I remember we reported on that. So it's a lot of things that brother been going through. And I hope that brother get it together because at the end of the day, you are Chris Brown. It should not be that we're talking about you and women in your house or we're not allowed to come in your section. We should be talking about that fire record. When the last time we said that about Chris Brown, that Chris Brown had a hit? Well, when he had the hit with Young Thug, that was a hit because everybody was doing the challenge. But when the last time you just rushed to go to buy a Chris Brown album? It's been a while because most people criticize Chris Brown and say most of his music sound the same. Now, I'm not trying to say that about you, Chris Brown, but when I listen to your stuff, it do sound the same. So I'm looking forward to your music with Chloe Bailey. But most of that albums, all them tracks you've been releasing is trash. Like you definitely need some better singers. You need some better writers, and you need to really get back into the root of R&B bag. Even though I like some of your pop records, but most of this crap that you've been releasing is sound the same. It ain't hitting the same. But back in the old Chris Brown had some hits. All right. Yeah, he had some hits back in the day. I mean some hits back in the day. That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Mm. So I don't understand that. And I remember, thank you, JJ Nessa, when he did have his tribute on the BET stage, right then and there, he should have continued to be a great person, but he's still a person that is not great. He still was doing crazy stuff. He still was out here beating women, allegedly. So he never really changed. And you the type of brother now you're coming against dark skinned women. The wrong thing that you could do with your female base is to be labeled a colorist. That's why I'm not a colorist. I love all women. I love my skin tone. I want some chocolate babies. I just do. I'm not against it. I love my dark skinned people. And I don't feel like we should be discriminated against if we want to support Chris Brown. And also Chris Brown, I believe it was Chris Brown. Yeah, he was supposed to perform at a gay bar and refused because it was going to be gay men in a bar. Like a lesbian organizer booked him, but he found out that gay people is in the audience and he refused to perform. Was that Chris Brown? I could be wrong. It was a story. I don't know if y'all remember that story. It was a story that a lesbian, promoter booked, I believe, Chris Brown, and he refused because it was gay people in the audience. Was that Chris Brown? And I think somebody else came in his place. I don't know if y'all remember that story. I remember I covered a story like that. I could be wrong. I don't know if it was Chris Brown. I could be wrong, but it was somebody they had to get an artist to replace him. If y'all remember that story, it's like I remember. I don't know if it was Chris Brown though, But if it is, that one made me like, I don't want to fool with him because something is wrong with him. And then yes, Karushi, or whatever her name is, did get a restraining order against Chris Brown because of his behavior. He needs to get his behavior in check. His behavior was a hot mess. But I remember that. And so Chris used to be so innocent. I just think that, ever since the Rihanna thing, he picks the bottle and drugs because a lot of that behavior comes from crystal meth and becomes some type of cocaine. And so you have to be very careful. Yes, the Trans Girls founder, the lesbian promoter, Melissa Scott. Okay. And now, was that Chris Brown? Did I get it right? Let me know if that was Chris Brown. I posted a video with all his charges, and they will not let him get. Yeah. So yeah, so that's how that goes. I don't know if that was Chris Brown. I don't know. I really don't know if that was Chris Brown. I can't tell you if that was Chris Brown on that end, but whoever that was, it was just a mess. It was a mess. He seems to have fantasize mixed race. Yes, I understand it. It's a disaster. It's a mess. He's not the only one. It's other people say, I just don't. I just love exotic. I love exotic. Yes, and Fetty Wap came. Thank you. And Fetty Wap, they replaced with Fetty Wap. Okay, I know I can remember covering that story. And Fetty Wap came with the one eye, and now he in prison for drugs. So yes, he came and got that bag. You was right. You was on there. So I knew I wasn't talking about myself. I knew I wasn't talking about myself. And I love that. I'm glad you weren't talking about myself. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And one of our producers just had a baby. Indica baby just had a baby. Oh my gosh. Indica baby, congratulations. Okay. Indica baby is a producer. She just gave birth and she's watching the Wiley Show. We are the world. We are the children. We are the one of it. Okay. Uh, Jesus. I don't think your color was because you have a preference. I used to only like light skinned guys when I was young. Now I only like black skin. Yes. Congratulations for your baby. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes. That's a blessing. Oh, wow. Hold on. That's amazing. Give me a second here. That is amazing. Believe the children are future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. Okay, I'm all up there. Okay, I tried to sing it, man. Shit, I'm drunk. I'm drunk. I can I'm lit. Okay, I tried. I tried. Man, I'm lit. Let me do. I'm lit. Okay. 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 I tried to get the little. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying to get the song out, and I'm lit. Okay. I'm lit. Okay. My producer got me onto this wine. My mom came and got a glass. I said, "Hey, you open up the bottle. Let me open up the bottle," or something like that. Okay. Let me drink to that. Because if a couple of more weeks, I might be a pappy. So here we go. But Chris Brown, get it together. Now, press one if you think Chris Brown should be canceled. Come on out of the bushes. Press one if you think Chris Brown should be canceled. Press two, no. Press one if you think Chris Brown should be canceled. Press two, no. Press one, Chris Brown should be canceled. Press two, no. Press one, Chris Brown should be canceled. Press two, no. You definitely the bottom of it. Press 1 if Chris Brown should be canceled. Press 2, no. Press 1, Chris Brown needs to be canceled. Press 2, no. Okay? All right. All right. It's a split decision. It's a split decision. So we're going to go to this other topic here. You guys, like I said, it's not going to be a long video. I will be back because we got a lot of topics that we didn't discuss today. We're going to be discussing tonight. Armon Wiggins, my colleague is in the news right now because some people, he was talking about trans women, and he was saying trans women are better looking women than natural women. That trans women will surpass biological women, and he had pretty much this debate on his show. And I want to tell you, no trans woman will ever be on the level of a real woman, a biological woman. Because let me first tell you, biological women that was born from birth and they develop into and they've been an adult and they're a woman, trans women get all of their ideas from biological women, their style, their hair, their looks, their everything. And the reason why a lot of trans women get a lot of men is because those men want to be gay themselves and they just want to have a covering and have the woman with the boobs. But most of the time, that trans woman is humping that man and they wrecked him. All right, let's be clear on that. Let's be clear on that. Most men that sleep with trans men only do it in their mind. I'm not really gay because she got boobs, but she got that rod. She got a 12-inch and it's going up my back door. And if she removed that peen and take it away and get a coochie, they're no longer going to deal with that because they're going to adopt that trans woman like a bad habit. It was a scene in the movie on Pose in the series, and one of the women that had got her peen, wanted to get her peen taken away. I think she did the surgery, and then when they had sex, and the guy didn't want to deal with her anymore because he said, "You're just like every other woman. The reason why I dealt with you is because you were different, aka you got a peen." So, with that being said, the only reason why trans women that you all are getting men to be with y'all is because y'all have a peen. Period, point blank. They're not with you because they love you so much. They're with you because of the pleasure you offer them. And you can come on this show right now and I can tell you something about it. But no, you cannot compare a trans woman with a biological woman, not in this earth, neither the earth to come. They do not compare, period, point blank. Women have their menstrual cycles, women create life, women it's so much that women do. They're the foundation, and I'm not going to allow new group of so-called women come in and try to take the title away from the biological women, the women that you're getting the ideas. Because most of these trans women were boys. All of them were boys at one point, and they looked at their mama or their auntie or their cousin or their sister and said, "Guess what, mama? I'm a lady." But the only reason why you know that is because you watch the women in your life and you mimic them in your own life. Period, point blank. So no, I would never ever put trans women greater on a level than biological women. That don't make sense when they were born this way. They don't have to go get surgery and so many hormone pills. Baby, they born with that. They don't have to get surgeries and certain all that suction. No, they were born with that. So that's I'm going to say that right there. So what I'm going to do really quickly, I just had to say that. And so they were saying that he was losing support. People was unsubscribing and all of that. I don't agree with people unsubscribing, but that's your business because y'all unsubscribe from me all the time. I get 100 subscribers, sometimes 50 people unsubscribe. It is, and we have up downs in this business. But I don't know why Armon is trying to cater towards, the trans women and this biological women because your money that you get, bruh, is from black women, biological women. The reason why you got a black card is because of biological women. The reason why you here is because of biological women. The reason why you can sit in that high rise is because of biological women. The reason why you were able to quit your job and do this full time because of a biological woman. It wasn't because of the trans. They threw you out like a bad habit. It was the black women that donate to you. It was the black woman that make sure you get them nice boots. It was the black women that you can afford to go out of the country to get veneers. It's because of the black woman. It wasn't because of the trans woman. Let's make that crystal clear. So I don't know what drinks you were super. I don't know if you were doing that to be controversial, but I totally disagree with it. It don't make any sense at all. Because at the end of the day, your mama is a biological woman. You will never ever try to put another woman with a peen and try to outtake your mama. Your mama will always be the leader in this because she was born with it. This through birth. Trans women will never know what a real woman go through because they're not really a real woman. They are mimicking a lifestyle. They are mimicking that existence at the end of the day. They're mimicking that. They have to get surgery, have to get hormones, etc. Real women, biological women, don't have to do that. And I want to make that crystal clear. So shout out to the people that tuned in and said what they said, a whole panel of folks. That ain't on camera, but I made sure. I said, wait a minute, let me go ahead on and do my show and tell it as a bisexual man that biological women is the leader. And the trans women are biological women's children. Because both of them were boys and they transition into women, meaning that they're mimicking what they see in their childhood. Now, we're gonna open up the phone lines. We like I said, we're not gonna make this a long, lengthy live. I will be back live tonight. We got other topics to get into. You guys, some heavy hitters. We get into some heavy, I'm talking about we get into some heavy topics this week. And I want to hear y'all thoughts. I want to hear from biological women. How did that make you feel when Armon said those disgusting comments, them foolish comments? So give me a second. I'm going to see if y'all want to call in. Hold on one second. I want to see if y'all want to call in. Niece, I'm doing my show, my beautiful niece. All right. My niece is still up. I thought she was asleep. My niece is literally still up there, still up there. My niecey poo is still up, you guys. So the number is 972-674-9462, 972-674-9462. I'm going to drop the link in the chat as well for you all to come on. So we are live here. I'm going to drop the link in here. If anybody want to come on and say something, that number is 972-674-9462. Get 972-674. Kim and Roy. Kim and Roy. Come on. Roy, you're still up. Okay. All right, y'all. They are. Let me leave some of your comments. I gotta go. I didn't watch, but it doesn't surprise. It doesn't surprise me. Wow. Okay. Let me see. Where's that comment at? I didn't watch, but it didn't surprise me at this point. I want to know what black women hurt him. Another person, that was Denise, said, JJ, she's the executive producer. She said, they are not harm in my life. They are not the roof of my IPV in the death of women. We take each other when it comes to various parts of our culture. Another person said, I have a cousin who was born male, but have more female hormones. He didn't try to be like his mom or sister. He was just naturally drawn to things that women are naturally attracted to. Okay, I feel you on that. Well said. So thank y'all so very much. We didn't get any callers. Give me a sec. Oh, child. Hold on. Let me mute this for a second. Okay, y'all. It's a lot going on backstage. So yeah, I'm gonna call him by my honey sleep. It's quiet in the house. Okay. Why the love is this? But you can tell he's not used to all of it. I'm not used to all this noise. I'm not used to all this noise. I'm not used to all this noise. And I'm being watched by all over the country. So I love my nieces. But no, I'm not used to all this noise. It's a lot going on backstage. Uh, you know, it's gonna be a great story time, but I'm not used to all this noise. So I leave in about a couple of hours. Back, everything because noise. I mean, noise all day. Kids are kids, and I'm definitely not used to it. Okay, I'm in there right now. Mm-mm-mm. So I thought the term efficiencies were derogatory, but it turned out they aren't derogatory terms at all. But some women still think they're derogatory. Somebody said it is really the male energy in some of the transgenders that cause all the drama and competition. That's a point. Talking about he want kids, child, the noise is included. Okay. Yeah, this is like the this is good. Yes, the noise is, and so I have to get used to it. So my nieces, they're like giving me a crash course on how it's gonna be once I have my own children. Okay, it's a lot. They want a lot. At least they're something that they will cry it just for anything. Like that's children for you, and I love my nieces. They're everything to me. But yeah, and every time I turn the camera on, that's when the noise start. It would be super quiet. Like reason why I went live now, I was gonna go live tonight, but it was just super quiet. I said, "Ooh, it's time for me to hit the." Soon as I hit the live button, everything, mm, 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 everything just noises everywhere. But I appreciate that. All right. Oh, did somebody call in? Let me see. I don't know if somebody. Oh no, that was later. That was a false. Okay. Yes, kids, well, you'll get used to it while you may have one on the windows. Oh, don't say that. Oh. Don't say that. Hey, you live on the Wiley Show.
Wally, I just thought I'd give you a call. It's been a while since I called in, but I see these children got you drinking a glass of wine.
Yes.
You look like your nerves are shot, Wiley.
It is. I said, let me get some wine and calm my
Well,
nerve.
wow. Wow. I saw you with the glass. I just came on not that long ago, and I saw you with and I never see you with a glass of wine ever. And I said, oh, those kids really bless their heart. I know you love them, but I'm sure they're giving you a run for your money.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No kids are
Well, happy
needy.
belated
Mm-hmm.
birthday to your grandmother. What a beautiful woman. I saw your mom. Oh, wow, lovely family. Kids are just beautiful. I hope you're enjoying your stay in Chicago.
Yes, it's amazing.
Well,
It,
well, while I do want to comment on the Chris Brown situation,
okay.
I feel like I wonder, Wally, are they? Is this thing where they're trying to single him out in a way? Because you think about it, there's so many ball players and sports people that don't date women of their same race. You
Mm-hmm.
know, a lot of times when they make money and things of that nature, they're the women they end up being married to are not black women. I didn't think that Chris Brown was actually as they portrayed him to be, is like not liking black women. Also wanted to comment about no, I did not agree with him abusing on at all, abuse that she endured. But I do think that it was important that he shared his story and he talked about the abuse that he dealt with as a child. And he was 17 years old, and the way he did abuse her just said a lot about the anger that he had inside of him. I do understand he apologized, and there was an extensive amount of therapy. But I also hope that what America got from it is how they handle their own children and how as you live your life, the impact that you have on your kids when you bring them up and home where it's that there's a lot of abuse or there's, people doing drugs or things that would impact them in such a way that could lead to them having the mindset that Chris Brown had. And just because he had money, it did not uh, prohibit him from his what he growing up. And I think a lot of people are expecting these entertainers just because they have money to be any different than a household. Not everybody from a household does that to a woman, but there plenty are. There's plenty of angry individuals coming from abusive households.
I feel you on that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's so true. And we will see more about this. I think Chris Brown, he's on a path that he needs to, get it together with his attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because he already been dragged for what he did to Rihanna. So if he want to reinvent himself, he need to cater to women because they is their backbone. Women is without them, he will be nothing. Like women support, and he have a lot of black women and that is dark skin, really in particular, that support his music. So he have to do a better job being supportive of them.
Um, um, you know, showing who he is and not letting uh, the media in that narrative for him. And I think that's why he came out and said what he said. And I think he is standing up. And he's right when he said what he said about Blueface and Krishan. I mean, and he's right about what he sees out here that happens a lot of times when you have a lot of other of our, white brothers and sisters or white brothers that abuse women and how they tend to look at that as not being as bad as when a black man does something. And I do think that there is a racial component here. I don't agree with it no matter what it is, because I think that women should be protected and should be safe. But I also think that Chris Brown, at 17 years of age, I think he should talk more about what he did to better himself. I mean, and I think if he can get involved with charities that support domestic violence victims, and maybe he is, maybe, he has, maybe it's something that we just don't hear much about. So I do think Wiley, he probably um, needs to maybe his something more that he could do, that he is more public about what he has to say about the improvements he's made in himself since that point.
I agree.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
I want to
hopefully
get.
he have to get it together because like I said, he's getting older and he still have time to reinvent himself to just cater to your fans. Your fans is what like I would never have a policy say, I don't want no dark what? You're gonna cancel out people that spend money for you. And like when he did the meet and greet, I thought that was dope. Like the meet and greet was so dope that he did with his fans and he got a lot of positive press, but it looked like he hits himself in the foot by doing this effed up crap, by not
Yeah.
being not associating yourself, allowing dark skinned women in your section. Like, come on, they're gonna speak up for themselves.
Well, you know what got me about that one, Wild, is that when we go back to the video, and the girl goes back and she said, even though we mentioned Chris Brown, it was Chris Brown's party. It really was more of the people that were there. I don't know if like it's this, whoever was working that VIP, whoever was, the gatekeepers of allowing who they wanted in and out. I don't necessarily. She came back and she said, we can't blame Chris Brown for that. And I get that because when Chris Brown did meet and greet, he didn't care whether you were light, dark, brown, white. Color didn't matter to him. He seemed to be gracious to all of his fans and seemed to be very much, happy that they came out to support him. And I didn't see any photos of him when he did his meet and greet where he seemed standoffish with a woman of a darker complexion. So it's almost like when you actually deal with him one-on-one. But, sometimes these gatekeepers, they can make a person look bad too. So maybe he might really want to talk to his team about how they handle that so that whatever happens does not happen again. Because the girl did come back and say she wanted to apologize. She said she didn't want to, she wasn't blaming Chris Brown because she didn't feel like he had anything to do with that.
Absolutely. It just because it just got associated with it, people just started to blame Chris Brown. So thank you for keeping it real and giving your side with this story. And hopefully we can definitely celebrate some wins for Chris Brown because he's been getting a lot of losses. So I'm looking forward to that Chloe record that he got with her. Looking forward to that, and I'm also looking forward to his new music as well. And in order to clear this up, I think Chris Brown should put some dark skinned models in his videos. I would think that will help his image as well, because people have a short attention span. If you do that, he will really get a lot of credit.
Yeah, I
That's what I'm
agree.
saying. in my opinion.
I agree with you on that statement. And also, oh, Wiley, I wanted to tell you about your short video just before I go.
Okay.
Hey, I saw that, the one where you said what type of man that a woman should stand for. And Wiley, I would like to add something to that. Not only being a good provider, but a great protector.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I don't know if you do another short video, but I think you've said some great things in the past about how important it is for a man to protect his family, protect his children. So I look forward to you doing more of those short videos.
Okay, most definitely. Thank you for watching the short videos. Like I said, we're gonna do more. I would have done actually more, but I've been in Chicago twice, and I'm coming back for a third time, searching for an apartment. But yeah, we got more shorts coming. The reason why I like the shorts is because it caters towards that audience, that TikTok generation that don't like long videos but love shorts. So I give them a dose of my personality, and then those shorts are like my commercials for my long, my longer videos.
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, you have a good one. Thank you for taking your time out to talk to me. You have a blessed one. I hope you have a wonderful time in Chicago.
Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Right,
so
bye-bye.
the number, thank you. The number is 6467. I'm sorry. That's the old number. That's the old number. I'm so sorry. The number is 972-674-9462 is the number. Okay. That is the number. And so, yeah, but let me tell you about these kids. Kids are stressful. I mean, kids is stressful. You have to know, and when you have kids, you need a partner. Let's be real. You need a 2-parent household. I feel for people that is a single parent, and that's on you just by yourself. That is challenging. So thank God if you got like a grandmother, an auntie, or your mama helping you out because it's a lot. My niece is 1 year old, and then she's going to be 2 in about a couple of weeks. And my other niece, she's 6. So these are infants, and they are worrisome. Okay. I'm trying to sleep in the bed, mind my own business. They jumping in the bed, uncle, 1,000 questions. I'm trying to sleep. Then I go on a recliner. I said, let me go on a recliner. Maybe they see me sleep. Maybe they won't bother me. Messing with the remote. Now I'm in a recliner, minding my own business. They reclined it up and down. And they thought it was funny. Up and down. This person, I'm just going up and down. And I was tired. I'm like, leave Uncle alone so he can rest. And they wouldn't leave me alone. So I was only able to sleep in a nap for about 1 hour. Usually my naps are about 4 to 5 hours. But no. My nieces, they ain't trying to hear that. I said, well, let's play a game. Who can be quiet the longest? That lasted for 5 minutes. No, not even 5 seconds. And they right back bothering me. Okay. Then I went to the show. I was going to do the show at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, it was lit in this house. Baby want this. She crying. Then she stop crying. Then she getting mad. Then she throwing stuff. Then she want her bottle. Then she want her uncle. Then she want my mama, her grandmama. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, I can't do this show at 9. Then I said, I will do it at 10. Still noise. I said, okay, I'll do it at midnight. Midnight, it was quiet. But as soon as I hit the live, that 1-year-old was up making noise. Everybody making noise. What? And I'm trying to get my show ready. We was on a clubhouse. I have to mute it because the house was lit. I'm literally trying to do the clubhouse talking to Don. I had to keep putting my mic on mute because there was too much noise in the background. But I love my nieces, though. They're sweet. I love them. I love my nieces. Then my nephew was supposed to come in a few. He was supposed to come. He didn't come today, and that would have been more noise, So we did our TikTok. We did a couple of because they kept wanting to do my niece, the oldest one. She wanted to do TikTok. She wanted me to redo the TikTok. She didn't like the way how she danced on the TikTok. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so we did a couple of TikToks. We ain't gonna do no TikToks tomorrow because I fly out and she would be in school. So, man. So if I do have children, pray that I get along with the baby mom, my children mother. Pray that I get along with my children mother, that we have a partnership. Just pray, because I refuse to be a single parent. I don't want to be a single parent. I want to be able to have a relationship with my baby mama. Yes, I believe so. In my humble opinion. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank y'all so very much. It's like kids wait until you're doing something and say action. Yes. I'm ready. My 2 years up, ready the comment section, happy face emoji. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm trying to rest, okay? Little Black, okay, we got a couple announcements to make. Y'all know every day I got to announce that y'all vote for me. If you have not voted for me, please text me so I can text you the link. But we were nominated for an award for Boss Babe YouTuber of the Year award. We were nominated for YouTuber of the Year. So make sure y'all vote for us. We under the YouTube category. It is free. Get on your phone and vote. I gotta send my sister the link so she can vote for us as well. Somebody said, use the condom. We will not need to pray. Yes. So vote for us for the Balls Babe Award, the award show April the 30th. Make sure y'all vote. If you need the link sent to your phone, the number is 972-674-9462. The number is 972-674-9462. The number is 972-674-9462. If you want to do that, okay? Okay? All right. So also we will be in Vegas on the first weekend in October. We got a lot of stuff planned for the weekend. Let me see. Give me a second. Where is that flyer at? Is it here? Okay, yes, we'll be in Vegas. Let me take the number down for a second. We'll be in Vegas October 6th through the 9th. October 6th through the 9th, 2023. We will be in Vegas. All right, so if you have not RSVP, please email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. Now, we will respond to your email. Give me about 24 hours to respond to your email because we will be out and about. So just give me 24 hours. So the people that email me yesterday, you'll be getting a response from me for tonight. And I'll respond to your email, okay? It is free. Okay, so it is free to RSVP, like saying you're coming, but you got to pay for your flight and hotel, okay? And your food when we go to a restaurant. Don't come broke. Please don't. Please don't do that. Make sure you bring some money, all right? But if you come in, email me and let me know if you're coming. We would love to see you. I drank all this wine up. Wow. Let me drink this up. Oh, that hit the spot. That hit the spot. So I said, I may bring all my wives, but you bring all your wives. That's just amazing. Thank you. All right. Make sure y'all hit the Cash App. We do have a Cash App, you guys. If you have not hit the Cash App is up on your screen here. Give me a second. Okay. Our Cash App is Cash App $ Marquise Wiley 28. If you are sending a Cash App, thank you so very much. And also, if you want to send something to our P.O. Box is, first of all, follow us on Twitter at Wiley Show, Snapchat at Wiley Show, TikTok at Wiley Show. You will see all of our videos on TikTok. Okay. All right. All of our videos on TikTok. And our P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas, 701122, Dallas, Texas. Okay. All right. Thank you so very much. We love y'all for y'all support. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, I remember you. You came on our show. Thank you, brother. And I would love to get you back on. So thank y'all so very much for coming on and showing love in this amazing show. We will see y'all next episode. I'll be back in Dallas soon, and we'll be back live because we got so many other topics to talk about. Thank you all so very much. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye. All right.